Golden Road Arts is a non-profit that offers art classes for kids so they can make the most of their own creativity. At Golden Road Arts, we believe that children's access to art is the key to reaching their full potential.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Golden Road Arts. We have some fun things in store for you today. You'll notice I'm wearing my mask, and Artie back here also has his mask on because we're trying to be safe during this pandemic. But it's hard to talk to you through my mask when I'm doing these demos, so because there's nobody in the room but me and the camera, I'm going to take my mask off. We'll let Artie keep his mask on just in case he forgets to put it back on when we're done. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make some portraits, and they can either be real portraits, or they can be fun portraits, or they can be monsters. They can be anything you want. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a support for it. We could use a paper bag, or we could use a box. And I've got a box here that is it's a ice cream sundae box. And what I've done is I filled it full of paper so it would be really stiff, because this is a real lightweight box. And then I'm going to cover it with brown paper so that it looks all one color. And I've just taken a bag from the Safeway, a brown paper bag. You see it says Safeway on it, but I'm going to put the part that says Safeway on the inside. So I'm going to fold it like this, just like it was a Christmas present. I'll just tape this right in the center. I'll take that down. I'll bring this over. Also want to get it nice and tight. Put that on the other side. I'm doing that with my left hand. It makes it awkward. Okay, so now in order to make this like a Christmas present, we're going to fold the corner in, and we're going to push it down. And we're going to do the same on this other side. Fold it in, push it down, and we're going to fold the top down and the bottom up. And we're going to put some tape on it. So not only are you learning how to cover a box with brown paper, but you've now learned how to wrap a Christmas present. Okay, so just going to tape it closed here. So this whole box is going to be the face. So now we'll do the other side. Yeah, I can stand it up this time, so it'll be a little easier to tape it. You notice it's not perfect, but it's my artwork, so it can be any way I want it to be. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be fun. So, there I've got my box. So this is my face. And I'm going to start with a mouth. So I've drawn all these mouths. Now you can make your own mouth. You don't have to use one I've drawn if you want. But I've drawn all these mouths, and then I colored them with my crayons. And so here's the mouths before we colored it. Now this is colored. So I'm going to pick a mouth that I think might be good. Maybe a big mouth. This is kind of a big box. Maybe this one on the bottom. And I'm just going to cut it out. So you can download these off the internet if you want, and use the ones I've drawn, or you can draw your own, or you could just cut one out of colored paper if you wanted. So there we've cut out our mouth. And I'm going to put it, I think, about right there. And you can use any kind of glue you want. I just happen to have this glue that's handy. This is called tacky glue. It's thicker than school glue, but it's kind of the same idea. So now I'm going to turn it over and stick it down. Okay, so now, let's get it straight. I guess it wouldn't matter if it was straight. So now I need a nose. So I made for you a sheet of mouths, and then I did a sheet of noses and a sheet of eyes, so you could choose the one you wanted. And I don't know, what kind of a nose do you think should go with that mouth? Maybe this green one up here at the top. So I'm just going to cut it out just like we did our mouth. And again, if you want to cut your own, make your own nose and you don't like the ones I've done, that's perfectly fine. Sometimes you have an idea of what things should look like, and maybe you want to make it look more like your mom or your dad or your sister or your brother, and maybe they don't have a green nose, and you would like to make their nose look more like a real nose. Well, you could do that. Okay, so got my nose here. Now I have eyes, and I did a sheet of eyes here somewhere. There's eyes. Here they are. So what kind of eyes do I want for this? I think maybe these round ones right here would be the best. And again, if you want to do eyes that are your own, you can see there's lots of different ones. So they'll give you ideas. You can either download and color the eyes I have, or you can make your own. So you just have to think about which way you want them to go. You want them to look like this? How do you want them to look? Your eyes are pretty important. They're make your expression. Your mouth, if it's smiling, makes an expression. It's a big word, isn't it? Expression, but it's a pretty important word. It tells what we're thinking by if we're smiling or we're frowning or how we're looking, our eyes and our mouth. It's pretty important to give people a clue to what we're thinking. It's very hard to hold your face still and not make any expression at all. Let's see if we can do that. It's really hard. Really, really hard to hold your face still and not have any expression. Our expression say a lot about us. Okay, there I got my eyes. Now I got eyebrows and eyelashes here somewhere too. So these are the eyebrows. Where's my eyelashes? Ah, here they are. Okay, so eyelashes. Maybe these right here in the middle would be good. So, when you see your eyelashes, how do you think they go? Do they grow up? Do they curl? Do they go down? So it's kind of hard to cut them out perfectly. I'm just going to leave some of the white because that makes it a little easier to cut them out. And it's my artwork, so I can do it any way I want. So if you follow the directions and you do it exactly the way we say, you'll get something that's real similar to what we're doing. But if you don't follow the directions and you do it differently, you'll just get something else. But it's your artwork, so when it's your artwork, you know, you can make it look however you want. Oh, look at those eyelashes. Wish I had eyelashes that were that long, my gosh. Look at that, pretty fancy. Okay, so now we need eyebrows. And here are the eyebrows. Okay, what kind of eyebrows? What kind of eyebrows should we do? Maybe, maybe these yellow ones. lots of choices here. So whatever you decide to do will make your portrait or your person have a different expression. They could look surprised, or they could look mad. They could wrinkle up their nose. Of course, if they have their mask on, you won't be able to see, but hopefully we're having the vaccination pretty soon and we won't have to worry about wrinkling up our nose where nobody can see it. I really miss seeing people without their mask. Have you missed seeing people without their mask? I think we probably all have. Okay, so let's get our eyebrows on here. Now, one of the things that's kind of hard to do is hair. And it's hard to make hair curly. It's pretty easy to make it straight. Oh, this is coming along. This is looking good. So if we wanted straight hair, we could do hair like this. Now, I've just cut this out of the brown paper. We could glue this all across the top. Maybe the long one right in the middle. And these on the side. And that would look like pretty good hair. Or we could try to do curly hair. Now, curly hair is a lot harder, and I'm going to show you how to do it. You can take a strip of paper, and you can take a crayon or a pencil, and you can roll it around. You can roll it around your pencil or your crayon, kind of tight. And when you get to the end, when you unroll it, it'll still be a little bit curly. There's another way to make it curly, but it's a lot harder to do. Okay, so there, I take that out. It's a little bit curly, but it's not real curly. But if I had a lot of these and I hooked them on, it would be pretty good. Now, the other way, you can take your scissors. You might have to have your mom or your older brother or your older sister help you do this. So you take your scissors and you put the paper here, and you put your thumb here, not where you're going to cut yourself, but down a little bit, and you just start pulling the paper through. And you have to be careful, because if you pull it too much, you can tear it. Now look at how it curled. Isn't that amazing? It curled more than when we wrapped the crayons. Let's do a combination of straight and curly. What do you think? We can give them a ringlet. So there we have our portrait of our person. I'm going to stand it up here to the camera so you can see it. Now I've got another one that I'm going to show you how to do that has a little more work, but it's just as fun. So this is a stronger box. This is a real heavy box, so I didn't have to put anything inside it. It is open on one end, but I'm going to stand it on that end, so it won't matter that it's open, because nobody will see that. So what I want to do is I want to put something over the front of this that would be like a face. So I made this paper. Now you can see how this paper has got lots of doodles on it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's pretty fast to do it. So if you just colored this paper and tried to color it all one color, it would take a long time. A really long time to color that. But if you take a crayon, a marker, even a crayon would work, but a marker works faster because it prints faster. And you just go like this. Squiggles all over it. I'm not going to do the whole thing because it takes a little time. But you can see how I did that. And then I just came back, I took a crayon, kind of the same color, and I just came back and I went like this over the whole thing real quick. So it almost makes it look solid, and it was real fast to do, and it's not solid. So you can see that, how that looks pretty solid. So what I've done on the back of my box, I laid my box down like this on the back of it and drew around it. just with a pen so I could see where the line was. Now I'm going to cut it out, and then I'm going to glue it to my box, and that'll be the face, background of my face. I don't know anybody that has a face that looks like this. It's all curly, but it's our artwork. It can be any way we want it to be. Okay, so there it is, the perfect size. So we'll just glue that down. So if you wanted to do just make a big X in the middle. A big X in the middle is always a good way to glue down a piece of paper. Okay, whoops, I got a little piece we didn't even want to glue there. Okay, so now I'm going to lay this on here. There we go. Perfectly glued down. So there's the face. So all we need are more eyes. And we could actually use the ones that don't have any color in them because there's so much color in the background. But I think I'll use a mouth that's got a lot of color. Which one do you think would look good on there? Maybe this green one. Maybe this one. Yeah, let's do this one. This is kind of a strange, funny smile, isn't it? But it's a strange, funny face, so it'll be all right. So just think how much fun it would be if you did a bunch of these, 2 or 3, and you sat them all up. When you're back in school, you could sit them up in your room. Everybody could make one, and you could sit them up in your room, and they'd all be different because everybody would be doing different things. That's the great thing about artwork. It can all be different, still look good because it's your work. Oh, look at that. I really like that smile. Okay, so now we need eyes and a nose. So we need a nose. What kind of a nose do we want? Should we do this one looks kind of like a beak. Gosh, it's hard to choose, isn't it? I guess we'll choose the beak. There we go. Oh, I think I'm going to like that. There's the beak. Now we have to get eyes. Which eyes do we want? Maybe these green ones. Maybe these red ones. Gosh, what a decision. I think we'll get the green ones. I don't want them to look too mean. These look kind of mean. Making artwork is so much fun. I really like doing these samples for you. I like making the drawings. Look at that personality it gives him. Right away he's got a personality. See, before he didn't have eyes, he didn't look like much, but now that he's got eyes, wow, what a personality. Look at that. Amazing. Suddenly the eyes have made him look almost real, like he could start talking to us. What do you think he would say? He might complain about the way I made his face. All those squiggles. He might not like it. Look at that. Okay, so now we need eyebrows. Or maybe we'll just do, let's just do eyebrows. I don't think we'll do eyelashes on this guy. Maybe we'll just do these. Maybe these blue ones. It's so hard to choose. Depending on what you choose, it would look a lot different, wouldn't it? You could do a better job of cutting out than I'm doing. You could cut out all those little spots so that no white showed. But I don't mind the white, so I'm just going to leave it and let it show a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to put a little glue on. Gosh, this is amazing what a different personality he has. So if we chose a different nose or a different eye or a different eyebrow, he would look quite a bit different. Come on, squeeze out. My glue is almost empty. Oh, he's coming along, looking pretty good, isn't he? I think I need another spot of glue right here. Okay, so now we need some kind of hair. And again, we could make curly hair. We've got these strips. We could curl these and make curly hair. Or we could maybe take this piece that we just did. Maybe we could just cut that into hair. There we go, it kind of looks like hair. I think I'll just put this across the top. Okay, so there's my second portrait, person, monster, depending on what you want to make out of it. So these are very, very fun. I hope you enjoyed what we've done today, and that if you make these, especially if you do the part with the scissors and the curling part, that you'll get somebody to help you, maybe your mom, because it's kind of hard to do. And the skinnier this is, the more it curls, but the harder it is to do because it's really easy to tear it. Really easy to tear it. So you could get your mom to help you do this. So you just start here and you put your thumb here and you pull it like this. Look at that. Curl. I guess you can have a little curl. Why not? So thank you so much for coming to visit us at Golden Road today. We hope you've had a good time. We've certainly had a good time making our portraits, and we hope that you will make them at home. You could just use a piece of paper. You wouldn't have to use a box, but it's a little more fun with a box that you can stand up. We're going to put these templates on the internet, so it'll be real easy for you to print them off and color them if you want. Or if you want to, you can make your own. And these are just made out of paper that you use for your computer, so it's just very, very thin, lightweight paper. So again, I'm Barbara Mason, this is Golden Road, and thanks for visiting with me today. I'm going to put my mask on before I leave because I don't want to be sick and I don't want to make anybody else sick. So, bye-bye.
Golden Road Arts is a non-profit that offers art classes for kids so they can make the most of their own creativity. At Golden Road Arts, we believe that children's access to art is the key to reaching their full potential. Using simple materials usually found around the house, we explore the basics of the creative process. Together with Barbara, her sidekick Artie the Art Bear, and other Northwest artists, we invite you to join us on our creative adventure along the Golden Road.